The first thing I want you to do is to simply go to the dollar store and buy 2 jars that have tops. On the first top, I want you to write the letter S. On the other top, I want you to write the letter F. The S stands for starts. The F stands for finish. Then you can either go to like a Lowe's or Home Depot and get some color swatches, or you can use construction paper or simply a piece of paper. What you would then do is write your child's schedule on the little swatches. So this particular child, the first thing they do in the morning at 8 o'clock is they do reading. The second thing they do is they do math. The third thing this child does would be social studies at 10 o'clock. So you write out your child's entire schedule. You put these cards into the start jar. When your child wakes up, before they turn on Zoom, they would look in the start jar and they would look for number 1. Once they find number 1, it tells them exactly what they should do. So then, of course, they will go onto Zoom or whatever the platform is and do reading. So they can put that in the finish jar. Then once your child finishes reading, if they say to themselves, I wonder what I should do next, they go back to their start jar, look for the number 2, and then they can put that in the finish jar. And then, of course, the same thing. What do I do third? There's social studies, and they put that in the finish jar. Okay, so the point is you have your child's entire schedule on these swatches, and the purpose is to get all of them from the start jar to the finish jar. Now, you can be creative. What you can do is go to the dollar store and get a bunch of little trinkets that just may interest your child. Then you write their schedule on the little trinkets and you put them all in the start jar. For example, again, this child, the first thing they would do is reading. They would do that at 8 o'clock. Then the second thing is social studies. They would do that at 9 o'clock. Third thing, is math, and they would do that at 10 o'clock. So you do that for their entire schedule. You can even write their specials on there. You can write what time they have recess, what time they have lunch. And again, all these little trinkets at the dollar store, try to find something that interests them. So what they would do again, get up in the morning, go to their start jar, look for number 1. And at some point, they'll get used to what's number 1 and what's number 2, so on and so forth. Put that number 1 in the finish jar. After reading, they would go, find out what they do second, and then put that in the finish jar. Again, the purpose is at the end of the day, everything that's in the start jar would be in the finish jar. So if your child goes to the start jar at the end of the day and there's something in it, that's a problem. So there you have it. I hope this will help your child get to the proper place during virtual learning.